It's the most nosiest video of the year. Hey guys, thanks for coming back to check out another video. So I absolutely love makeup inventories. I don't like sitting down and doing them because then I feel kind of like a bad person. I'm like, you got too much, Haley, but I enjoy watching them. And so I enjoy like letting you guys look in and like see everything, like not like in a braggy way, but just like, I know I enjoy it. I know other people enjoy it. We're all nosy and that is quite all right. So that is what we are going to do today. I do first want to say though that in December a lot of my videos were pre-filmed except for like a handful of them. So this is like the first video that I am sitting down to film. It is December 31st, so happy early New Year. You're gonna see this on the New Year or on New Year's Day, however you want to phrase that. So I just wanted to quickly say thank you guys so much. It's like I can't wrap my head around the fact that we're at the like over 1,000 subscriber mark. So it's just a nice feeling. It warms my cold little heart. I just appreciate everything that you guys are doing, currently doing, have done, however you want to say that. I really enjoy like just all the love and the support and the comments, and just this little community just always never ceases to amaze me, and it's just a lot of fun. I appreciate all of the like friendships that I've made through doing this, and I'm excited to see where 2021 takes us. I'm not very good at being a mushy person, so that's as much as I'm gonna say on that. And yeah, so just thank you. All right, so jumping back to the makeup inventory. I have finally, I think, found a way to organize my spreadsheet to allow myself to keep better track on like what I bring in, what's decluttered, what's actually used up, and things like that. So this year is going to be a lot more organized as far as a makeup inventory goes. I still do, like, let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. I still think that I'm gonna do one now, like in January 2021, another one in June of 2021, and then another, then like an end of the year, first of the year one in 2020, which sounds really weird to be thinking that far ahead. But if you guys like to see them more frequently, let me know. Like, let's chat about it and see, you know, what we can come up with. But that's kind of the game plan. So I do have pictures of everything on my phone. So if you see me looking down, that's why. So I am going to scoot over a little bit so that I can put up pictures here for you guys to look at with me. And then also on the screen, what I want to do is I want to put up the number that I had in June of 2020 versus how I'm sitting here right now in January 2021. So yes, that is everything. I will also link in the cards and down below the June 2020 inventory, like the mid-year one, in case you do want to see that. So yeah, let's just get this started. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go with how I have them listed in my spreadsheet, which is kind of like the order that I apply them to my face. So without any further rambling, let's just get on into this. All right, so category number 1, primer. I have 7 primers. I think in June I had like 4. So I did finish off a few primers in the year of 2020, and I did buy a few. So the new ones that have made an appearance into my collection, I did purchase the Becca Backlight Priming Filter Primer, whatever that's called. I'm really enjoying that. It gives your skin like a nice glow. And then I also purchased the Benefit Professional Primer when it was half off at Ulta. And then I got a little like sample deluxe size of the Bite Beauty Changemaker Primer into my collection. I'm not mad at 7 primers. I think that's a good amount. It gives me variety, and I'm sure you guys experience this too. Like, dependent upon the time of year, my skin needs a different type of primer. So like right now in the winter months, a more hydrating primer is necessary, but in the summer, like a more matte one. So I'm fine with my primer collection being this size. I don't want it to grow anymore though. All right, color correctors. I'm really happy to tell you guys I only have one, and I only need one. I absolutely love my color corrector from Addictive Cosmetics. It's just a good peachy one to help cancel out those like really blue dark circles that I get. And I really get like dark circles here in my inner corner too. So I absolutely love this. The formula is so nice. I think it's my holy grail. Like, I'm not looking to explore any other options. So once I get done with this one, I will just repurchase another one, and I'm really happy with this category. All right, BB creams. So we have 3 BB creams, and I know in June I had 3, but I did declutter one from June. I got rid of the CoverGirl Skin Milk BB cream or tinted moisturizer. To me, those two things are interchangeable, but it came in like a pink packaging. I just didn't like that. Like, I felt like it reacted funny on my skin. So now I have one from ColourPop, one from CoverGirl, and then a sample size of the Smashbox Halo one. So I can tell you that the CoverGirl one is really close to being done, and then that Smashbox one is obviously such a small sample size that I'm not worried about like finishing that off in the year. So that would only leave us with the CoverGirl one. BB creams is like an interesting category. I'm trying to decide if I even want to have BB creams, because typically I only wear them in the summer, because here it's just so hot and humid that if I wear one of my like really nice expensive foundations, it's just sliding off my face, and so I feel like kind of wasteful. So that's why I have the BB creams, but I'm only realistically wearing them like maybe 3 to 5 months out of the year, and so having 3 is definitely too much for the amount of use that I get out of them. But that's just my long-winded way of telling you, like, I don't know, but if I do continue to have this category, I would feel like only 1 is the most I would need. All right, foundations. I'm really happy to say I have 6 foundations. I think I was like at the 7 or 8 mark in June, but I have finished off a few foundations in the year of 2020. Really excited about that. So I did not purchase any new foundations myself, but from Influencer, I was gifted the new Bare Minerals Original Pro Foundation. So that is why my number is 6 instead of 5, because I think I did finish off 2 foundations. But I'm really happy with 6 foundations. I think 5 to 6 is my sweet spot. Like, it gives me enough to like play around with and feel not like I'm just using the same thing over and over, because I do like a variety. I'm just gonna admit it to you guys, I will never have like that minimalist collection, and I think that's okay, but I don't want such an excess that things will go bad before I can finish them off. So I think 6 foundations is quite appropriate. All right, concealer. So we have 5 concealers in our collection. Now, 1 is like a little sample size, but I don't know, like, I feel like it takes me forever to go through concealer. Like, that e.l.f. one that you're seeing there, I have had that concealer. I've worked on that consistently pretty much for all of 2020, and it's still kicking. Like, I don't know. It takes me like a year just to go through one concealer. So while 5 isn't an overwhelming number, I really think that I need to get this category down to like 2, 3 max concealers, just because it does take me so long. And like I said, I don't want anything to like go off or expire on me. So, but I do have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, the Conceal and Define from Makeup Revolution, the Too Faced Born This Way, the Tarte Shape Tape, and then the mini of the Tarte Creaseless. I just wanted to say that because I think it's kind of hard to tell in the picture what I have. All right, so pressed powders is the next category we're going to look at, and I only have 6, so I'm really happy with this. Now, I will point out that my pressed powder category might look a little bit different than yours, because pressed powder foundations and just like pressed like setting or finishing powders, I just count them all together in one group. It's just a pressed powder. So for instance, the Laura Geller and the KVD Vegan Beauty, those are both technically powder foundations. But then also you're seeing the Essence All About That matte, as well as I do have the Wet n Wild like duo, where it's a setting powder and a bronzer, and then I do have the Hourglass Ambient Light editing palette, and it has 2 of the dim light and diffused light, I think, so I count those in my pressed powder category. So 6, not mad about it, but I don't want to add any more until I can finish off some of these items. All right, loose powder. So loose powder is another one where if it's loose, it's loose. I don't care if it's a setting powder or a powder foundation, it's loose, so it's all going together. I know in June I only had 2, the Too Faced and the CYO one, and now I have 4. So I did myself purchase, when Bare Minerals came out with their like Big Daddy version of their powder foundation, I did purchase that from Ulta, and with that I got like a little gift with purchase from them. So it did come with like a small like mini size of their Mineral Veil powder. So those are the 2 new loose powders into my collection. All right, cream bronzer. Really excited with this. I only have two, and that one from Wet n Wild is so close to being done that I'm just gonna stick with it and plow through it. But I did allow myself to purchase my favorite cream bronzer, which is the Milk Makeup Bronzing Stick in the shade Baked. But I'm not allowing myself to open that until the Wet n Wild one is done, which I foresee that being done by like end of January, I think, if I continue to use it like consistently every day. So once the Wet n Wild one is gone and I just have the Milk Makeup one, that's just going to be how this category looks, is like just the one. And then once I feel like it's getting low enough, like I'll repurchase another one. So, but I really love that cream bronzer, and there's certain areas in like my makeup collection where I'm like, nope, this is it. I love it so much. I don't want to venture out and get other things. So all right, so powder bronzers. These pictures of like the bronzers, blush, and highlighter powder products are gonna look a little overwhelming, I think, because I do have face palettes, but I have 11 bronzers. So 3 of them come from the BH Cosmetics Belgian Waffle palette. Then as far as like single bronzers, I do have one from Ulta Beauty. I have the Balm, the Bonnie Luminizer, which I know is a highlighter, but I use it as a glowy bronzer. I have my CYO little like, it's a 3-strip with like a blush, highlighter, and bronzer, but I just swirl my brush in there, and so it's a bronzer. I count it in there. And then I have a little sample size from Too Faced of their Chocolate Soleil. I have the other half of the Wet n Wild bronzing compact, whatever that's called. I have my Bare Minerals bronzer, and then my Too Faced palettes. I do have the Benefit Cheek Stars palette, so it has a Hoola bronzer in there, and then as well as that Hourglass palette, again, it does have a bronzer in there as well, so that is 11. Again, I'm not like overwhelmed by this category. I enjoy bronzer, but I don't want to add any more into my life until I can get some of these moved out, and I don't really know what a goal number of bronzer is for me. Like I think 11 might be a little excessive, so maybe something around like the 8 mark would be much more better for me personally. All right, cream blush. I am excited to say that I only have 8 cream blushes, so we are still working on our Balm How About Them Apples palette, but I only have one more pan of blush in that. Like, I meant to say this at the beginning, as far as like palettes go, when it's like face type palettes like that, I count each individual pan rather than like this is how many face palettes I have. Just for me personally, I feel like it's a more accurate representation of what I have in my collection. So, but yeah, 8 cream blushes. So the new ones that you're seeing, I did for Christmas receive one from Milani. It's in the shade Nude Flush. It's like a really pretty like brown kind of cream blush. I really do enjoy that, and I don't have like a brown based cream blush. And then I made a Sephora order like when I bought my Becca backlight primer, and so my birthday's in May, but I finally picked up my birthday gift in December, so I did get the Milk like little sample set, so I do have a cream blush from Milk Makeup now as well. But I'm not overwhelmed by this. I really enjoy cream blush. I wear cream blush every day underneath like a powder blush, so it's good, it's fine. Don't want to add any more. Like, I really want the year of 2021 to not like be like an official no buy, but at least try to see what all I can move out of my collection in the year without buying any like new stuff, you know. Okay, powder blushes. I'm a little embarrassed because it's a lot. It's way more than one person needs. I have 32 powder blushes, but I really like all of them. I've sat down and I've like swatched them, and I've tried to decide like, is there anything in here that is so similar that you could just get rid of it? And no, I love them all. I really enjoy them. So we're sitting at 32. So blush is something that definitely I will not be purchasing any for the very like long-term future, because blush takes forever to go through. And I'm sitting here looking at it and I'm like, 32. I think that's about a blush a year. So for the next 32 years, I'm good. But yeah, I don't know like what a comfortable number for me with blush is. Definitely not 32. I'm thinking more of like 15. So it would be great to see this be used up half. Like, yeah, so blush. Okay, cream highlighters. Really happy with this. I only have 4, and that's great. I think cream highlighter, out of my cream products, I go through cream blushes the easiest. cream highlighters do take a while, so having 4 I think is more than enough for me, and I really love all 4 that are in my collection. So it is a Liquid Glow from ABH, I have a ColourPop highlighting stick, and then I have 2 from Cover FX. I am looking to finish off the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight in the year of 2021, just because I love them so much. Like, they were sweetly gifted to me from Laura, and I've fallen in love with them, and so it's like it's the year for that to shine, you know. So all right, highlighters. So I think, again, this picture looks more overwhelming than it is. I actually only have 16 highlighters. So there's 1 that I count as a highlighter from the Hourglass palette. I think it's technically, like, they call it a strobing powder, but I use it as a highlighter. So you're seeing that whole face palette, but only 1 pan of that counts. Likewise, you see the Benefit Cheek palette in here. Again, it only has 1 pan of highlighter in it as well, the shade Cookie. Then I do have a loose highlighter from Juvia's Place in the shade Clio, and I really love that. That was sweetly gifted to me for Christmas, and it is beautiful. Then I have Ofra Pillow Talk Mary Luminizer from the Balm. I have a little, I think it's a Natasha Denona. I think it's called the Diamond and Glow. I depotted it, so you're seeing the highlighter there. And then I have 3 BH Cosmetics face palettes. So I have the Belgian Waffle, the Blushing in Bali, and the Glowing in Grease that Kaylee gifted me. So those each have 3 highlighters total in them. However, I don't think you can tell in the picture, but there are some highlighters that are in those face palettes that are far too dark for me to wear on my skin. So I've placed little X's next to them. They don't count in my inventory. However, I'm not like decluttering them. My plan is that in the summer, I'm going to make some really pretty shimmery body lotions and use those up that way, but I just don't want to count them in my inventory. So, and then as far as singles there, I have 2 from Becca, and then 3 from ColourPop. So that is my highlighter collection. Not mad about it. I really enjoy highlighters. I don't want it to grow anymore, but I'm not overwhelmed with this category like I am when I look at my blushes. All right, so my camera battery died, so sorry if the angle has changed or if I'm not sitting in the exact same spot, but we were talking about brow products. So I only have two brow pomades in my collection, 1 from ABH and 1 from Addictive Cosmetics. I am happy with this. That ABH one, there is so little left in it. Now, I know a pomade can take a long time to finish off, but I really foresee myself finishing off the ABH Dip Brow within this year, and I would be quite happy with that, and then I would just be down to 1 pomade. So, all right, moving on to lips. We're saving eye products for last, I think, is how I have it organized in this spreadsheet. But as far as lip primers go, I only have 1 from NYX. I did roll it up all the way in the picture so that you can see just how little is left of it. I enjoy the lip primer. I think it's nice, but again, it's one of those things where I'm like, is it really necessary? So I'm going to take the time to like figure that out. Let me know your thoughts down below on if you think lip primers are just kind of gimmicky or if they are necessary. Like, I like the way it makes my lips feel, but is it like any different than a lip balm? Like, I don't know. All right, lip liners. I only have 4. I have 1 from ColourPop in the shade BFF, which is like a warm nude brown kind of shade. I have 1 from NYX in the shade Nude Rose, I believe. 2 from Essence, 1 in the shade Under My Skin, and the other one is in the shade, I can't remember. I really can't remember. I was going to be so proud of myself because I was like, look at me, I know all my lip liners, and now I'm just embarrassing myself. But 4 is good. I like the 4 that I have. They're all different colors. Like, one's a red, 2 are pinks, but the one from NYX is definitely a lighter pink than the one from Essence. And then the ColourPop one is obviously a brown. I'm happy with that. I don't think I need any other lip liners. Obviously once I finish off one particular color, I would repurchase said color, but I think 4 is quite enough for me. All right, so this is a new category that did not exist in June, but this is liquid lipsticks. So I have 3. I have 2 from Rare Beauty. They came in like a little duo set. They're really pretty. I have on the like more purpley brown one today. And then I did, with that Bare Minerals gift with purchase, receive a liquid lip in the shade Swag from them. So I don't know. I know liquid lipsticks take a long time to use up, and they're not the most, like, in my opinion, they're not the most comfortable thing. Now, these ones from Rare Beauty feel really nice and comfortable. I have been enjoying those. but I am happy that all of my liquid lipsticks are mini sizes. So I think it's much more realistic that I could get through them. Not necessarily like in the year of 2021, but they're minis. So at some point I will get through them. All right, bullet lipsticks did increase a little bit. I now have 9. So the ones that are the same is I do have 2 from Bite Beauty, Honeycomb and Chai. And then I have the one from Makeup Revolution in the shade Cake, I believe. And then I have my Tarte Lip Surgeons in this shade Illusion. So the new ones for Christmas, I got 2 ColourPop Lippy Sticks, Parker and Are We Done, I think. And then I myself purchased the NYX Filler Instinct, like little, it's like almost like a lip balm, but it does have a little bit of a color to it. So I count it with the bullet lipsticks. I did pick that up in the shade Beach Casual. And then I did purchase for myself 2 of the Juvia's Place matte velvet not liquid lipsticks. They're the matte velvet lipsticks, I think. But I got the shade Lady and the shade #2020, so really pretty. They're both supposed to be under the brown category. Lady is definitely like a brown colored lipstick, but 2020 is more of like, I think they classified it as like a mauve-y brown, but it's really more just mauve-y than anything, but it is still pretty. So that is my lipstick category. I am not, like, lipstick takes me forever to go through, so I definitely don't want to purchase any more lipsticks. And in the year of 2021, I am going to do a really good job about rotating through my lipsticks, especially like putting them into different project pans and setting a goal usage with them. I think I've decided like about 20-25 uses per lip, roll it out, and pick something else. And so that is how I plan to tackle my lipstick collection. All right, lip gloss is a little bit embarrassing because in June we only had 3. We had 3 NYX butter glosses, and then I think I finished off like 4 lip glosses this year, I think, but now I have 23 lip glosses. So, you know, that's where we're at with that. Most of them are from ColourPop. I did for Christmas receive their Vault set that they had at Ulta. And then I did receive 2 NYX butter glosses as well, which I really love the shades that my friend gifted me. They're shades that I wouldn't have picked out for myself, but they're super pretty. It's Vanilla Cream Pie and Summer Fruit, if I'm not mistaken. And then, like I said, I do have the Fenty Gloss Bomb Holiday Set, really enjoying that. And then I did also receive for Christmas the Makeup Revolution in collaboration with friends, the gloss in the shade Monica, which I love that. Fun fact, I would be Monica and Chandler's love child because I know they're married, so I guess love child is the wrong thing to say, but I would be their child because I'm the perfect mix of sarcasm as my second language, and I really have to have everything organized. So anyway, I did purchase for myself a lip gloss from Juvia's Place because I wanted to try them out. And then I did receive for Christmas a lip gloss from Maybelline. It's their Lifter lip gloss. And I can't remember who, but somebody did comment that those are supposed to be like a dupe for the Fenty ones. So I haven't yet used the Maybelline one. But as soon as I do, I will report back and see if I think that is a good dupe for the Fenty. But yeah, I'm going to tackle my lip glosses this year, much like my lipsticks. I have a dog hair on my face. I'm just going to try to do really well about cycling through them. Obviously, if I fall in love with like a particular shade and I just want to use the crap out of it and finish it off, then that's fine and dandy, and we'll do that too. All right, lip balms. I have 7 lip balms, and I am happy to tell you that I think I had 7 or 8 in June. All of the ones that I had in June are gone by dunzo. Finished them all off. So all 7 of my lip balms are new for 2021. Can't rave enough about that. Like, it's just like a little pat on the back, you know. But yeah, so I have 3 from Kapari, which I really love those. And then I have a 4-pack from Burt's Bees. And I got the Burt's Bees ones because I thought that might be like the drugstore dupe for the pharmacy honey butter. And it's not. The Burt's Bees isn't bad. It's just more of a like stiffer formula, whereas that pharmacy one is really soft and feels so nice and luxurious. So I will work through the Burt's Bees ones, but in case you were having thoughts like I did, they are not dupes. All right, jumping back over to eye products, eyeliners. I only have 2, and I only have 2 that are in the same color. Like, I don't know why. They're both peachy nude. One is from Essence and one is from ColourPop. I was about to say CoverGirl. But yeah, I really like my peachy nude eyeliners in my waterline. I think it makes my eyes look more awake. So I'm not like, I think 2 is fine, but I'm also sitting here like, why do you need 2 of the same color? You don't. So definitely want to make an active choice to work on one of those, probably the ColourPop one, because I have heard that their creme gel liners do dry out fairly quickly. Okay, lash primers. I don't know if this existed in June or not, but if it did, it was probably still the same. I only have one lash primer. It's the violet one from Milani. I really enjoy that. I do think it does something for my lashes to help like lengthen them and make them look just a little more fuller than how sparse they are. So this will be the only lash primer that I have in my collection. Once I feel like it's getting to be on its last leg, I will then go out and make my repurchase for it. All right, mascara. I think mascara is the same as lip balm, where everything that I had in the year of 2020, I have finished off or decluttered. Because I think in 2020, I had 4, if I'm not mistaken, 2 from Essence. It was 2 of the Lash Princess ones. I do not like those mascaras. Like, unpopular opinion, I think they're kind of crappy. But then I finished off 2 others that I had. I know one was a Tarte gifted mascara, but either way, I am coming at you with 6 mascaras. I have one currently opened, which is a Milk Makeup Kush mascara. I have another one that came in that Milk Makeup birthday set. And then when I got my Benefit Cheek Star palette, it came with 4 minis of the Benefit mascaras. So 6 is fine, and especially 6 minis. I think I can get through these in the year of 2021, but I'm not going to like purchase any more mascaras until I run out of all of these. All right, eye primer. So I have 7 eye primers as we sit here now. So I still have, like, as far as like actual eye primers go, I have one from Urban Decay, the original one. I have 2 little minis from Lorac that just came with the palettes that I've bought from them. Then I have a NYX glitter glue. And then for Christmas, my husband gifted me 3 colored base, like, eye primers. So I think he found them off of Amazon. I've used them. I think they're fine. Like, I don't notice any like irritation or like itching or burning, but I typically don't like support Amazon makeup, if that makes sense. But it was a really sweet and thoughtful purchase because I had said like, oh, I want to try colored bases to see if that helps like my eyeshadow looks pop, and I have been enjoying them. Oh, excuse me, we're going to take a break from eyes and apparently now go to setting spray. So I have 4 setting sprays. Not mad at all about that. I think that's fine. And I think that I could realistically probably get through all of these in the year of 2021. Like, I just love setting spray, and I know that I use too much of it, like the, you know, I'm trying to be better about that, but it's just such a nice feeling. I just like it. So, but yeah, I do have 4. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. All right, cream eyeshadow. I have 14 cream eyeshadows. It is a combination of ColourPop Super Shock Shadows and e.l.f. Smudge Pot, Stila Glitter and Glows, and then I was sweetly gifted the Liquid Chroma eyeshadow, I think that's what it's called, from Natasha Denona. I have 2 L'Oreal Infallibles. This is a lot of cream eyeshadow, so I definitely want to make a conscious effort to work on these. It would be so nice to finish off some of those ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. All of my Super Shock Shadows have pan in them except for one. All right, loose eyeshadow. I don't know, this did exist in June. So as we sit here right now and we are talking, I have 7. 2 of the 7 are like little sample like thank you gifts. So one is from that Bare Minerals set. It's in the shade Nude Beach. And then when I ordered my 3 loose shadows from Kristen Lee Cosmetics, she did include a little like thank you of another loose eyeshadow. So it's a sample size of the shade Falling Leaves. I would really love to get through those sample size loose eyeshadows this year. I think that would be amazing. And then I still have my ColourPop one and one from Vienna Planet. So, all right, depotted or true single eyeshadows. In June, I don't think I included this as a category, but I feel like it's necessary. I don't think I should like cheat the system and count my like Big Adept palette as just one palette. Like, I want to take account for all of the singles that live within it. So that is a lot of single eyeshadow that you are looking at. I have 70 pans of single eyeshadows, either true singles or depotted shades. So yeah. All right, best for last. Now, I do have to say, it's eyeshadow palettes, but I'm just going to show you a picture of them. I love eyeshadow palettes, and I think we all love eyeshadow palettes, and eyeshadow palettes deserve their own video to shine. So I plan on at some point in the month doing an eyeshadow palette collection video, but as you can see in the picture, there it is. I have 42 eyeshadow palettes, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I love eyeshadow. That is my favorite part of my makeup collection. And I think through the various projects that I am doing this year, I'm going to get a lot of good use out of my eyeshadows. So yeah, I'm not mad about it. But however, much like blush and some of these other categories, I do realize that 42 is excessive. Like, I think that's more than I particularly need. I'm not going to say more than any one person. So I would really like to try in the year of 2021 to not buy any eyeshadows, and I know that's going to be very hard. I'm not making that like an official statement. I'm just putting it out there like as a baby statement, you know, like maybe we'll be good and not buy any eyeshadow palettes. But yeah, that is it. I thank you guys so much for watching and just, you know, sticking around. The other thing that I meant to mention in the beginning of the video was that my plan for January 2021 is that every Friday we will do some type of like collection inventory, or like how much did I finish off in the year of 2020 video. I just think that'd be fun. So if you really like these, you like the like year-long empties videos and things like that, be sure to check out the Friday videos because it will be something in line with that. So, but that is it. I thank you guys so much. My bun is like doing all sorts of craziness, and I will just catch you guys in the next video. Bye!